Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to The Last Right. Subscribe, of course. That would be so wonderful of you. Here I am in Manchester, in England, and there are many police all around outside. Have I robbed a bank? No. There has been another terror attack recently in Manchester, as you all know, and we're just being reassured by police presence, I think. Yeah, I guess Islamic extremists broke into a synagogue and started killing people and got shot by the police. And that was another little Manchester terror attack. Very good. His name was Jihad. I mean, you what? No, wait, he did what? No, he couldn't have done. His name's Jihad. It's too obvious. The other guy, Mr. Peter Farrell, wasn't allowed to get a job at school. Dr. Lettsby Avenue isn't in the police anymore. You Jihad, and he... Oh, that's not very musical. At all, actually. When he was making that fake suicide vest, I thought that was just little bags of flour he had hanging down there for his new chicken shop. That's what he told me. I'm his mother. I would have seen it. He was going to open JFC. No, not... No. Jihadi fried chicken. It would have been halal as well. I don't know what's going on. What is going on? That did happen. So all of that happened. It's not good, and it isn't musical. I guess we're just waiting now for the new. I guess there's not many like 7/7s and 9/11s. I guess it's just a lot of like. Do they call them lone wolves? That makes them sound too badass. We don't want jihadi extremists running around with knives and ramming people with cars. We shouldn't glorify them. Calling them a lone wolf, it sounds kind of cool, like the Punisher. I wonder if Marvel would make a TV show about that. I've no idea. Disney probably wouldn't allow it. They probably wouldn't allow that. In fact, they definitely wouldn't, right? But yeah, here we are in the city. Lovely little terror attack to kick off the last week or so, bringing us into Christmas. Very nice. Well, we have to have armed police around the Christmas market. Lovely. Very, very good. I love Manchester. It's a very lovely city. Unfortunately, there's a lot of incidents in and around the city of this very nature. I have not got tickets for Ariana Grande. I don't think she's even doing a tour. I don't think she's doing a tour after the last one. So, it's just not very good, is it? I wouldn't. But they're getting boring, aren't they? Terror attacks. I mean, at least I guess that those bigger ones were interesting. You know, the planes and the buses, and they're interesting. Just one guy with a big head and a silly. I was going to say silly beard. I've got one of them. I'm not really feeling like I could get radicalised though. I mean, I saw an interview with a counter-terrorist police officer last week. Apparently, there's about 50 last year. 8 to 14-year-old extremist jihadis were planning terror attacks. 8 to 15, or under 17, and one of them was as young as 8. That's worrying, isn't it? When the children are plotting terror attacks. I mean, stabbing us all in our balls, maybe, or what are other ways kids could carry out terror attacks? I guess just sort of ramming boxes and boxes of nerds down your throat and lighting them on fire. I think we should start profiling children now. They did it with anyone who looked vaguely Muslim after 9/11, which obviously was wrong. That was wrong, wasn't it? It's a minority, always. That's why they're fundamentalists. But we should start maybe profiling. Do you look like a child? Get off the plane. Your baby's crying. Suspicious activity. He's been radicalised on Discord. It's the baby mobile. There's a signal in there from the CIA. I don't know what's going on. He's been radicalised. So after going nowhere, should we read this article? This is from Great Manchester Police. Our investigation into the appalling terror incident that took place outside the Heaton Park congregation synagogue is continuing at pace. We have a 30-year-old man arrested in Prestwich. Prestwich, by the way, is basically Heaton Park, if you don't know the area. A 61-year-old woman arrested in Prestwich. A 32-year-old man arrested in Prestwich. And a 46-year-old man arrested in Farnworth, just to mix it up. An 18-year-old woman and a 43-year-old man who were arrested in Farnworth remain in custody for questioning. Could this be his family? We don't. I mean, you called your kid Jihad. Is that a... Should we look that up now? Is Jihad a common name? I don't want to be Googling Jihad, but I'll do it for you. Is jihad a common name? This is I'm not sure who this is, but it's from as a Muslim, I've never heard of someone being called jihad, referring to the perpetrator of the atrocity. However, as Doyle points out, this is a very common name in Arabic, used by Christians as well as Muslims. There we go. There's lots of jihads. I guess like the name Gary is dying out, right? I've got a family member called Gary. The name's dying. There probably won't be many Garys now, but there'll be jihads. You know, some people think their dogs and cats are humans like they're babies, and they'll call them like Bob or Gary or Sally. You should really call them Muttley or whatever, right? Will people start calling their dogs Jihad? That'll be awkward in the park, won't it? Especially from a distance. I've got a little beard, you know, sometimes I can look a bit sweaty, carry a backpack quite a lot as well. Jihad! Jihad! I'll likely get shot by the counter-terror police, and quite rightly so. You know? You can put it down. It's not like the Brazilian getting shot for jumping over a ticket barrier back in the day. This would be, I think, legitimate if you're in a park with a backpack shouting jihad with a beard. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, apparently very, very, very common name. Let's look at how many people are called jihad. How many people in UK are called jihad? How the name Daily Mail, how the name jihad is still given to babies in Britain despite links to terror. Yeah, but the name's not going to make him. It's like banning Hitler, isn't it? Like, or Osama bin Laden. Like, I think those names have been banned. It's not the name that makes him a terrorist, though, is it? Really, it could be Bob the terrorist. It means a struggle or fight against the enemies of Islam. Yeah, okay. A pharmacist called Jihad. Hey, shall I share this? Jihad is also incorporated in the names of several extremist organisations banned in Britain. Palestinian Islamic Jihad, Kashmiri and Bangladeshi branches of Harakat al-Jihad al-Islami, and an Arabic name for Nigerian terror group Boko Haram. Fewer than 3 babies a year recall having the name of Britain from 2004 onwards, right from 4 in 2012. 3 babies in the UK were named Jihad, a different spelling in both 2011 and 2013. That's like Becky with an I, though, isn't it? Or, you know, Rebecca with a B-E-K-A. A pharmacist called Jihad, practicing in an English city, told the Daily Mail, "It's just a name, but I've always had problems. Sometimes I try to hide my name, use my surname, because people are less suspicious." His surname is Mr. Dynamite, if anyone is wondering. The name was used in the Middle East 2,000 years ago among Christians and before Islam ever existed. Use of another name which became synonymous with terrorism, Osama, after Al-Qaeda leader and 9/11 masterminded bin Laden, plummeted from around 24 each year up to 2002 to single figures. But news. There we go. My absolute mistake then. My big nasty mistake. Single figures Osamas are still going. Keep it strong. And I think you should. I don't think you should be, you know, I'm joking, of course, but I don't think you should be admonished because of your name, unless it's like, you know, Tarquin or something like that. Tarquin or Stacy. I don't know why those 2 words annoy me. But I say Osama, Adolf, Jihad all day long. I might have a family at some point soon, so it could try and get them on the birth certificate, shouldn't we? Probably wouldn't be allowed. Last year, Osama with 8 births and ISIS with 6 are more popular than traditional boys named Nigel. See, Gary's going, we've got Jihad, Nigel is waning, and Osama and ISIS are more popular. There we go. Apart from that, not got a lot to say, really. I just thought I'd say there's a load of police around, been a terrorist attack, called Jihad. I don't know. It's kind of funny, I suppose. The attack wasn't funny. I'm not saying that. Oh, God, you people. See you later.